You scared me to death.
What are you doing staring out at the night like that? No doubt thinking of another man already.
Oh, well, I have to tell you, yeah, no, actually, I was thinking about how you swung us out on a crane through that window.
Well, that's appropriate, since that was the night you finally said yes, and tonight is our anniversary.
It is.
Well, I thought that you females were supposed to keep track of that sentimental stuff.
We females.
This is 2 months of connubial bliss. And I love you more now than I did the day we exchanged vows.
I feel the same way.
And to celebrate, I've made reservations at the Mona Lisa.
Oh.
And I have another surprise for you.
Oh, dear. Can I get it?
It's possible.
Hello. Oh, how'd it go with Cooper?
Not so great, but at least he agreed to talk to me again.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know, I have a boat down at the dock if you want to ride back to the mainland.
Yes, I'm sure you want to get back for your date with Sean.
Actually, he had to cancel because he's working late tonight.
Oh.
Well, great. Then come celebrate with us.
Well, what are you celebrating?
Well, it's 2 months since I lost my bachelorhood.
I'm sorry. I can't possibly intrude on such a momentous occasion.
Please join us.
Nonsense.
Yes.
I won't take no for an answer.
And you better say yes quickly, or else you're going to find yourself on a crane, out that window, and all the way to the Mona Lisa.
You were awfully quiet on the way over, Sean. I hope that little kiss didn't confuse you.
Thank you. Well, let's just say it surprised me, Ben.
Well, it was just a natural reaction to the excitement of signing my first client. It was nothing personal.
Mrs. Mitchell. I'm afraid we have no reservations
I'm
this
afraid
evening.
you do. Lily called earlier and she reserved her very favorite table. It's ready.
Oh, look who's here, my pussycat. Gosh, I'm still in happy shock about her buying out Emily's business.
I think it's kind of strange. She never was interested in business.
Darling, look whose arm she's on.
I
That
see.
big hunk, that Hulk. You must look into that young man's private
Now,
life.
wait a minute. Just leave it alone, okay? Just leave it alone.
Hi.
Mother. Hey, darling. Mwah. Hi, John.
Hello, Lily. Hello.
Kirk. Hello.
How you doing?
Hello, how are you? Have you had a chance to think about what we discussed earlier?
Hardly thought of anything else.
Well, I'll take that as a good sign, then. I hope to hear from you soon.
All right.
Yeah, Lily. Congratulations. I was just saying how surprised I was that you bought Emily's partnership at Montgomery & Associates.
Well, I wanted to protect Craig and Sierra's interests before you had a chance to move in like you did the last time.
I have all the clients I can handle. New ones coming in every day.
Oh, clients leaving, too, like Carpenter, Reese, and Cromwell. They just signed with us.
Well, good luck.
I'm even more surprised than Antonio was that you've sold out, Emily. Why didn't either of you mention it?
Well,
It was a decision that was made in haste before the hearing that we're only too glad to be regretting now.
and I'll continue to work there until some definite plans are made.
Might we know some of those plans?
Well, just wedding plans. I was hoping to hear some more of your ideas this year. Me too. I've had trouble pinning down either of these guys on anything definite.
Surely there are some thoughts you can share with us.
Of course, there's some thoughts, Papa. After we're married, we're going to be looking for a house. We're going to start looking in the suburbs of Chicago so that I can be closer to the home office and to you.
You know, it warms my heart to hear you say that. I don't know if you know this, Dr. Stewart, but I've worked a lifetime to build an empire for my only son. There have been times recently when I've thought he might turn his back on all that. If that ever happened, I'm not sure how I'd deal with it.
You want some wine?
Yeah, thanks. That'd be great.
You talk, I'll pour.
Hello? Tom Hughes, please.
Speaking?
It's Finley. I'm calling you because Joe Bailey's still out of the country.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, Philip Lombard went to see Brock's father-in-law today, Frank Marino. A few hours after Philip left, Frank Marino hung himself. Now, Philip's back in Oakdale tonight. He's meeting Emily Stewart and Brock for dinner. He's also convinced that Brock is a traitor to his family, and he's beginning to suspect that Brock may turn state's evidence.
That'd be great for us if that happened.
Oh, yeah, it'd be wonderful, except for the fact that if Philip truly believes that Brock is going to come over to our side, then Brock, Ellie Snyder, Emily Stewart will all be eliminated. Now, that could happen tonight.
As the World Turns.
Hold on, honey. There's not a nice way to put this. I have to take this call in private.
Sure. I'll just be in the kitchen counting tile.
Thanks. Finley, what makes you think that something could happen as early as tonight?
Philip's given orders to have the phones bugged in Emily Stewart's apartment. Now, if Brock decides to turn state's evidence and makes the phone call from there, he'll be dead within minutes. So will Ellie and Emily.
Why?
Philip's convinced that Brock has told them too much. Now, can you handle that tap?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Listen, I've got to go. They may have a trail on me. Old man Lombard doesn't trust anybody these days.
Halt.
Well, I guess you can't share this with me either, can you?
Afraid not, honey.
Tom, you know, I am not only your wife, but I am a detective. So how does this tie in with Joe Bailey's visit?
Honey, you know that I would tell you if I could. I can't. Don't ask. Okay?
Okay. So, you want to eat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Be nice. Emily Stewart. Busy.
Tom, since Lynn's out with Duke tonight and Adam is sound asleep upstairs, what do you say we have a nice, quiet dinner by the fire? Huh?
That sounds perfect to me.
Good.
Appetizers on the sofa again?
Mm-hmm. As
Really?
always. Dig in, darling.
I love this stuff.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, hi.
Whoa. Did you guys say you were going to a movie, or they said
well,
movie, right?
the line was too long and it was getting really cold, so...
Yeah, so we decided to bag it. Good.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you if you're in a hurry, we'd make it in time for dinner.
You just amaze me, Duke. You do. Come and help me with dinner. Bye-bye, Tommy.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Okay, what a coincidence. The sitter said that Mom and Dad are at the Mona Lisa.
Great.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay, great.
I have to pick up a...
Hello. Hi, Bianca.
Hi, Bianca. Listen, I'm sorry, but there's still no news about Hey You.
I know. Lois just told me.
Bianca, did you notice Hey You acting particularly strange the night of our party?
Well, it may be my imagination, but he seemed frightened of Emily Stewart. I mean, I remember he had that same look of fear in his eyes one day when she came over here to pick up her grandmother, and then again when we ran into her in the cafeteria.
That's so odd. What on earth about Emily would scare him?
I have no idea.
We've gone through all the belongings that Hey You left behind and have been able to find no clue to his identity.
Oh, well, Lois just gave me this. See, Hey You lent it to her the day we went to go pick her up at the hospital.
This was his?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So let's see the label. Whitney's Department Store, South Bend, Indiana.
You know, this may sound crazy, but maybe we should run his picture in the papers there and see if anybody recognizes him.
Lloyd's not answering his home phone. I want him found. I need to find out what the press is saying about Frank's suicide. Also, if the work's been completed at Emily Stewart's. Oh, I'll have to get back to you later.
I'm surprised you left the ladies alone, Papa.
Yes, I wanted to check on Esther.
How's she doing?
Well, she's resting. I was talking to her sister Betty.
Okay. I'll call her later.
What she needs most is a call from Marjorie. I hope she'll be able to track her down.
Well, I'll get on that as soon as I get back to Emily's.
Good. Say, Brock, I've got 2 men in Oakdale looking for Bruce Dreyfus. If they find him, I told them to contact you, that you'll take care of it. You're not going soft on me, are you, son?
No, I'm not going soft on you, Papa. I just don't think the kid's anywhere to be found now.
We'll find him. We can't have any loose cannons. Not with Benedict reopening his investigation.
Bennett? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't have a chance. There won't be any problem, at least if he doesn't get to Ellie Snyder and she doesn't break.
That's not going to happen.
How do you know that? Now that you're involved with Emily Stewart?
Because she's a very close friend of mine. End of story.
Snyder, I just wanted to tell you again how well you're looking.
Papa,
Thank you.
The ladies are waiting.
My goodness, I didn't know you were so friendly with Brock's family.
I'm not friendly with his family. I only met his mother this evening.
Well, his father seems very charming.
I think behind that charm, you'll find some very sharp teeth.
Yeah, let's change the subject. Can we just change the subject, please?
That's what he did in the weekend.
Yeah, that's what we do in the weekend. Men's cosmetics.
Oh, thank you, Julie. Any sign of Andy since he ran out of here?
No. You really threw him when you told him that you were going to New York with me.
Julie, I still think the best way to break it off with him is to move into the apartment downstairs from me while he thinks you're in New York.
I thought Sean was having dinner with Franny tonight.
I'm sorry, sweetie. What did you say?
I knew I shouldn't have brought you here
Oh,
for dinner.
honey, forgive me. I'm just concerned because I'm sure there's something going on between Tonio and Julie.
Probably just talking business.
Monkey business. They were very, very cozy when I came in here at the rehearsal this afternoon for the fashion show. And then why did Andy go running out of here tonight so early?
I don't know. You know, I was talking to Susan. Of course, she thinks Al-Anon is a very good idea, but she didn't hold out much hope that Julie would be a responsible ally.
Well, for once, Susan and I agree on something.
Say, Emily, may I have this dance?
Well, certainly.
I'm going to go order us another bottle of champagne.
Well, looks like we've been deserted, Connie.
Are you all right, Susan?
Yes, it's just a little back problem.
Of course, I'll send it right over.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, won't you? Ellie. I need to talk to you for a second. Papa just told me Jason Benedict is reopening the Dreyfus investigation.
Tell me, Emily, how will you be able to deal with Brock's relationship with Ellie Snyder?
Well, I don't think I have to deal with anything. They're just friends.
Well, if you believe that, I'm sorry I asked.
Mr. Lombard, I do believe that. I trust Brock. I trust him with my life. Excuse me, I have to go to the ladies' room.
I don't know. It could be a bluff, but I just want you to know.
Rivers turn to oceans and form to the sea. Embers turn to ashes and love to memory. Rain
Would you like a little dessert?
I want to have it cuddled up on the sofa in the parlor. Let George work his magic. I mean, how often do we get this place to ourselves? I think we ought to take advantage of it while we got it. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. That dessert might be a little too sweet for me.
Nothing
Might
too
make
sweet
me
for you. Let him knock. He'll go away.
Emma!
Jared, hello.
Hi, how are you? Cal? I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, of course not, Jared. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Well, I had some good news. Yeah, I signed with Montgomery & Associates. They're going to be my new management consulting firm.
You did? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're well away from that snake, Tony Arrays, but what changed your mind?
Lily. And how could I turn down her offer? She bought out Emily Stewart's partnership.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Why the solemn look?
I'm concerned. About you.
Well, why? I mean, I've had a great day as businesswoman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. I just think it's all happening so quickly, though, all these big decisions, and I just don't think you've had the time to get over the trauma.
You know,
of what
I've
happened
had the
with
time,
Derek.
and now I'm starting a new life.
Yeah, but Lily, you can't bury your feelings, and the longer you do, the harder it is to deal with them.
Ivor, listen, I've come to terms with the past, honest.
I just don't see how that's possible. Lily, I mean, that night when you left the farm, you were so in love with Derek.
Listen,
you
I
couldn't
don't want
see
to talk
straight.
about that night
Well, you
or
can't
Derek.
pretend that it didn't happen.
Excuse me, I think she can. If she wants to. And I think it's wonderful that this child has been able to bounce back after that appalling experience. Make something new of her life. We may be looking at a future tycoon here.
Well, I hope so. In fact, I'd like to tell you that I signed my first client today.
Hey.
Carpenter, Reese, and Cromwell.
Ah.
I'm warning you, I might step on your toes.
I'll risk it.
Hi, Lisa.
Well, hello. Good evening. Everything is ready for your surprise, Duncan.
Oh, Lisa, don't tell me you're in on this, too.
Oh, I
Thank you.
certainly am.
Well, I hope you'll have a glass of bubbly with us, and I was hoping Lucas Pryor would be around as well.
I was hoping so, too. I don't know what happened to him. He simply disappeared after the New Year. He went away in a puff of smoke.
Oh.
No, go on him.
Odd.
Where are we tonight? Up there?
Oh, yes. You know what you do.
Thank you.
Hi, Daddy.
Hello. Good evening.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there.
Oh, you look beautiful. Hi, Daddy. Oh.
Listen, everything okay with you and Sean? I thought you two were having dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah, Daddy. We postponed it till another night. It's no big deal. Listen, are you two leaving already?
No, we were going to Tom and Margot's before we go home.
Oh, tell them I said hello.
You will. You have a good time,
Okay,
huh?
Daddy.
Enjoy your dinner.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, there.
Oh, Julie, I saw Andy leave here earlier. Do you have any idea where he went?
Yeah, I think he was headed back to the apartment. I know he wanted to get a lot of his photography stuff together for his classes next week.
We're about to have dinner. I want you to sit down here and join us, okay? Come on,
Thank
come
you.
on, come on.
You see, I promised Mr. and Mrs. McKechnie I'd have dinner with them.
Oh, they'll wait.
But I'll sit for a moment.
You're a natural on the dance floor.
Yeah, well, you're lying, but I thank you. This is Franny. She thought we were going to be at the office. I hope she doesn't get the wrong idea.
Well, I'm sure she'll understand once you explain.
11.
Emily, where are you?
Man, I got kicked out of the kitchen. Margot and Leanne, they didn't want any help with the dessert.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Nothing. Must be a big responsibility being the DA, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I get to thinking that I'm carrying a load, I start thinking about Casey. He's kind of like a long-shot horse, coming in against all odds, you know?
Happy birthday to you.
Honey, who's,
Oh, what the hey?
To you.
Careful.
Happy birthday, dear Duke.
Can't believe this.
Happy birthday.
I'm sorry, I can't remember. Let me see.
Whoa!
What are these gloves? The boxing gloves? And stethoscope. I know you misspelled my name there, dude. How'd you know it was my birthday?
I wormed it out of your father weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? Oh, wow. Is the worm himself coming over?
The worm? Excuse me?
Tried
The
to
worm?
get a hold of him, but no.
Excuse me.
Happy birthday.
Well, hi. How are you?
Hello.
Just in time.
Thank you.
It's Duke's birthday. Duke, you have to help out. Hey.
I didn't realize that.
That's
Happy
okay.
birthday. Where have you guys been?
Well, we had an early dinner at the Mona Lisa. The place was really jammed tonight. Susan and Emily were there with Brock and his family celebrating the outcome of the hearing.
Yeah, we're thrilled for
Thank you,
Emily,
Sandra.
but I was amazed to find out she'd sold her partnership to Lily.
Wow. Princess really bounced back, didn't she?
You know, I want to say hi to Bianca, so I'll meet you at the table.
Oh, okay. Good evening.
Hello, Sean.
Hello. Hi, Sean. How are you? Hey, let's dance.
Oh, well, I was just going to ask
come on,
Sean
honey,
to have a
wait,
toast.
Come on.
Yes, dear.
Hi.
Hi.
Remember when I called you earlier and told you I had some big news?
Yeah, I remember.
Lily's my new boss. She bought out Emily's partnership.
Lily?
Yeah. Listen, we were going to be at the office and work through dinner and look over some new client lists, and then Lily got a new client.
Sean,
so...
really, you don't owe me an explanation. I understand. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. Hi. Can I get a vodka martini straight up, please?
Olive?
Sure.
Lucas Pryor, for heaven's sake, where have you been? I thought you had left town.
Really? Without saying goodbye to the fairest lady in Oakdale? No way. Actually, I'm going to be staying in town. I just signed with Montgomery & Associates.
Oh, wonderful. I know you'll love working with Sean Baxter. He's very bright.
Well, actually, you know, it was Emily Stewart who convinced me to sign.
Oh. Then you haven't heard the news. She sold her share of the business.
Yes, just a minute. Excuse me, there's a phone call for Brock Lombard.
Oh, I'll get it.
Thank you.
Brock, excuse me, phone call. You can take it at the bar.
Thank you.
Best.
Hello.
Brock Lombard.
Yes? Who's this?
You better check your phones where you are before you use them again.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Who the hell is this? Lisa, excuse me, do you know who that was that called me?
No, Lyle took the call.
Lyle?
Yes, do you know who that was on the phone?
No, sir. But the voice sounded familiar.
Yeah, did to me too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, should I get a check, or can I talk you into a nightcap?
Well, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna get back to the phone.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. Caleb's gonna pick me up here.
What's he doing tonight?
He's out cruising the bars. It's been real hard for him since Lily came back. You know, I think the three of us should schedule a lunch one day soon.
Oh, I think that would be just lovely, darling.
Can I give you a ride home, Bianca?
Yes, Lily, I'd really like that. But I have to get back to Mr. and Mrs. McKechnie. So excuse me.
Okay, darling. Here, steal this. It's John's. Thank you for being sweet to Bianca. I appreciate it.
You know, it can't be very easy for her right now. Speaking of John, how are things going?
Okay, all right. We're actually having some laughs tonight.
Well, good. Mr. Pryor, I don't think that you have met Brock's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lombard.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
And you, Mr. Pryor?
You know, I was sorry to hear you sold your partnership in Montgomery & Associates.
Well, nothing to worry about. I will be around for a long time helping Sean through the transition.
I'm glad to hear that. Excuse me. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Susan. Hi, Emily.
Hi,
Brock.
hi, hi.
Emily, I was very happy to hear the outcome of your hearing.
Well, thank you very much. Duncan, Shannon, this is Brock's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lombard.
How do you do? This is Shannon.
Hello.
What do you do? Both of us.
Have you heard anything about the disappearance of Hey You? My grandmother's been very, very worried about it.
Your grandmother. I totally forget. We should have invited her tonight. I would have loved for my folks to get a chance to meet her. She's a wonderful woman.
Hey, you? Is that someone's actual name?
Well, it's a name that one of our runaways picked for himself.
Shannon, there must be some way to try and contact them.
Well, actually, we do have one lead. We think he might be from South Bend, Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Tonight we have a very special treat for you. Again, for the second time, we have Mr. Duncan McKechnie.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. You stay right there.
Tell me I may always dance the anniversary waltz with you. Tell me this is real romance, an anniversary dream come true.
I keep trying to call Andy, but he's not answering. I really wish you hadn't said you were going to New York with me.
Julie, it had to be done. Telling Andy you're going to New York is the best way to get you out of that apartment.
Maybe we could just leave Oakdale altogether.
Now, this is where my business is.
I know. I'm just afraid that Andy's not going to give up.
Look, make a clean break with him tomorrow.
Let this be the anthem to our future years, to millions of smiles, a few golden tears. May I always listen to the anniversary waltz with you.
There's still no answer at Andy and Julie's.
Sweetheart, there are hundreds of places he could be.
Hey, wow! Look what Leanne got me for the rearview mirror of my van. Fuzzy dice, huh?
Wow.
Hey, I missed something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just am concerned about Andy. I've been trying to reach him at the apartment, and I can't. And he left Mona Lisa tonight. He seemed very upset.
Julie.
Hey, Duke, ready to go to the cellar? My treat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. I just wish there was something I could do to help out my kid brother. Can't really figure out what, though.
Well, you're not the only one.
Duke, do me a favor and get her home in a decent hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Come on, birthday boy.
Thanks a lot for the cake and everything.
Have fun.
Oh, and holding the door there.
Happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday.
I'll get it.
Hello. Yes, this is a Hughes residence. Yes, just a minute. It's Washington.
I'll take upstairs. Excuse?
Sure.
I just can't get over the fact that my granddaughter is going to be managing the affairs of Strict Oil.
Wait a minute, she's my granddaughter, too. Now, she made a point of telling me she's going to devote a lot of her time to Carpenter, Reese, and Cromwell.
Oh, well, yeah, well, maybe so, but I guess her first priority will remain Strict.
Now, please, now stop. It sounds like you're all competing here. You know, I'm not so sure that Lily did make a rash decision with this whole thing anyway. Excuse me. Let me get that. More pasta?
Hello. Oh, Josh, hello. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And, yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, he's here. Cal, it's Josh. He wants to talk over some work plans with you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take it in the parlor.
He's going to get it in the parlor. Uh-huh. Yes, you give Maggie a kiss for me, will you? All right. Now, I'll give Lily a big hug for you, too. Bye-bye. Cal, you got it? Okay. Bye-bye.
Em, I'm glad we got just a few moments together here. I thought Cal wasn't going to leave, and, well, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since before the holidays. You know, when I left, there was a lot of unresolved things between us, including my proposal.
You know, Jared, I'm very, very fond of you. And I hope that we can always be friends, but I think you know that that's all it can ever really be.
You're not going to marry that cowboy, are you?
Well, now, just a minute. I don't know if I'm ever going to marry again, but even if I did, you know that you always have a very special, special place in my heart.
You and mine. Well, we always have a good bond between us with Iva.
Yes, we do. And you know what would make me very happy? And
What
would
is it?
make Iva very happy, too. Would you please try to accept Kirk?
I already am. I've told Iva that I swore I would find all of his good points and accept them.
And will you keep on sending me flowers?
That I'll do.
Hi.
Talking about you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yours.
We were actually talking a lot about Lily's new career.
Oh, well, I think she's rushing into all that to forget about Derek.
I was just saying the same thing to Cal and Jerry.
Yeah, but it's nice to see her excited about something again. I wish that Ellie would get some of her old spark back.
Well, I think it's going to take Ellie a lot longer to get over Craig.
I wonder if it isn't something else. I mean, you see a lot of her, Kirk. I mean, do you think there's anything else bothering her?
It's okay, we're alone.
What did you find out from Brock's phone call?
Not much, but obviously he was rattled.
You couldn't tell who he was talking to?
That's the interesting thing. It was an anonymous phone call. He asked the waiter who it was, but the guy didn't know.
I don't like the sound of this. Well, there's another thing. Bruce Dreyfus may be staying at a place called the Earl Mitchell Center. I want you to look into it, all right?
Sure. First thing tomorrow.
Look, I've been trying to reach Lloyd. He's never home, never answers my calls. I think it's time to put a tail on him.
Philip, don't get paranoid. Lloyd's been thoroughly checked out. He's clean. You worked with Lloyd long enough to know he'd lay down his life for you if he had to.
That's what I thought about my son. Now he's betrayed me. Any progress with Ellie Snyder?
Yes, the couple she was having dinner with just left a little while ago. I thought I'd make my move tonight.
I can't believe that your car broke down at the Silver Dollar of all places. Caleb, what am I supposed to do? Kirk and I have already left.
Tell me, Nana, I was just saying.
No, I know it's not your... I'm sorry.
Hey, who's here?
Hi, Speaker.
You know, some of you guys just a little bit earlier. You could have had coffee and dessert with us.
Oh, well, actually, we're on our way to the cellar. We just thought we'd stop by and say hi.
Duke, I wanted to wish you happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my gosh, I forgot.
No big deal.
No, as a matter of fact, I really didn't forget, but my gift is being worked upon by my lawyer.
A lawyer?
That's right. I'm setting you up a trust fund. For your education, for college, right?
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding.
I can't accept that.
What do you mean you can't accept that? It's a birthday present from your father. You got to accept it.
Thanks, Pop.
You're welcome.
I've got a little present.
Hey. What? Hey, what is this supposed to be me? Wah, 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 wah. Hey, wah, wah, wah.
It's a hippopotamus.
I wrote something here, Duke. This card entitles you and your guests to one home-cooked meal in the evening of your choice. Terrific, great. That'll make up for the night you missed before Christmas when you had your accident.
Yeah, how is your back?
Well, not bad, considering.
So what have you been up to? Have you been talking wedding with these lovely people?
Oh, no. Brock and Emily are being very evasive about their plans. Well, good night.
Nice.
Good night. Gosh, if I'd known it was your birthday, I would have cooked up a surprise for you.
Well, last time you cooked up a surprise for me, Lucinda, was Julie. But hopefully now she's on her way to becoming a hotshot model with that new New York company, and she'll leave us all in peace, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a very good idea for Andy.
No one knows if it's a legitimate offer. Tony O'Rest usually has a few tricks up his sleeve.
See you later, you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Franny, honey, I hope you're not upset about Lily having dinner with Sean.
Not at all.
Well, good, because I know for a fact that it's simply a business meeting, that's all.
Lisa, I'm not here to keep tabs on Sean. I like him. That's all. Lyle, could you help me out and call a cab? I need to get home to the farm and Kirk and Ira.
Excuse me, Miss Snyder. Hi.
Hi.
I couldn't help but overhear that. What do you say, I'll buy a drink and I'll drive you home?
Oh, no, I don't want to put you in any trouble. It's okay.
No trouble. As a matter of fact, I insist.
Well, would anybody like some more brandy or some more coffee or...
Oh, thanks. I think we really need to get going. Would you mind if I use your phone, Emily? I need
not
to
at
call
all.
Jim
Right
Carlisle
over there.
before it gets too late.
I will get your coats, okay? Excuse me. I can see how happy she makes you. I want you to know you have my blessing.
Thank you, Mom.
Brock, is there something troubling you?
Oh, no, just a lot of changes in my life right now.
Whatever it is, I hope you'll turn to your father. He worships you, you know.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a very pleasant evening.
Yes, certainly has. I'm so glad to have met you finally, Emily.
Well, I hope you two have a wonderful vacation in Europe.
Oh, thank you. It's just so sudden. It surprised me.
Surprised me, too.
And by the time you get back, there'll be some wedding plans sort of on the way, and we hope you'll both be a big part of it.
We look forward to it.
Well, Brock, I'll be calling you. Remember to get in touch with Marjorie.
Yes, I will, Papa. Drive carefully. I'll see you.
Goodbye, dear. Bye. You look after this nice young lady.
Yes, I will.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, Emily.
What? You were wonderful.
No. Oh, I don't believe... You know, my heart just like went up to my throat when Tonio said that about me selling my partnership in M&A.
All right. You handled it like a trial lawyer.
I don't think so. Your father was scrutinizing every word that came out of my mouth.
Just my father. Come here, sit down for a second. I'm really concerned. As soon as my father finds out that Marjorie and the kids aren't in Italy, all hell is going to break loose. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to have more time, but,
Brock, was that phone call that you got at the Mona Lisa, did that have something to do with us? Oh, my God, is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm. It's an anonymous call telling me to check our phones.
Well, who would have called you?
Someone inside the organization.
Jim Carlisle?
No, not Carlisle. He only pretends to be my man. He goes with the power, and that's Papa. All of this is just making it harder. Seeing my mother tonight, I know that if I turn against my father, it'll kill her.
Well, how much does your mother know about the business?
Only what she's put together herself over the years. She's never said anything, but she's old world. Their relationship isn't like ours. She values loyalty above all else. I'm sorry, baby. I would so love to give you a wedding with all the trimmings, but...
Oh, honey, that doesn't matter. Just as long as we're happy and together forever. I suppose it's too late to stop by Andy's.
Oh, honey, give him some time. I mean, you're really crowding it.
You know, Tom and I are going to invite him and Julie over soon because we didn't get to see very much of them over the holidays. The DA was so preoccupied with Emily's hearing.
Well, now that that's over, maybe things will get back to normal. But you, my boy, look like you're under a little stress.
Goes to the territory, Dad.
Good night, kids.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks. Good night.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
Get home safe. Bye-bye.
You know, I thought that call from Washington was going to be good news, but you seem just as distracted as ever.
I have to call him back right now, actually.
I'll go check at him.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hopkins, it's Tom Hughes. Have you contacted Joe Bailey since we talked? Damn, it is vital that we get to him. I need to know I have Joe's permission to offer Brock Lombard a deal. Listen, if we wait too long, it could be too late.
Well, thanks for giving me a ride home, Lucas. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I just hope you're not sore about my signing with the competition.
No, I'm not sore. I think you'll be real happy with them. Yeah.
Well, I was a little concerned about Emily Stewart selling her share of the business. But, do you think she's gonna leave Oakdale once she gets married?
I really don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Oh, well, no matter.
Yeah.
So, hey, how'd you like to have dinner with me some night?
Oh. Well, Lucas, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I'm not dating these days. I'm trying to get over a relationship, and I'm not sure if I will. So,
Well,
yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Oh,
and
you're welcome.
Good night.
Good night, Ellie.
trying to get over a relationship. I'm not sure I will.
Hold on a sec. Looks like we almost got the place to ourselves. Maybe I didn't thank you properly for getting me those fuzzy dice.
I'm afraid my grandmother will be walking in any second.
No, I don't think she'd mind, but if you want some privacy, why don't we take the long way back to your house?
Can I drive?
Sure.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna just say goodnight to my grandmother, all right?
Okay, you got me.
I'll get the coats.
Okay.
All right, I'll go get the car.
Okay. Oh, you've already got your coat.
Ready.
Good, thank you.
Need a lift home?
That's okay. Duncan's gonna drop me off.
Oh.
So, what happened to Lily?
She left with Bianca. Does this mean you're getting jealous?
Don't look for that in me, Sean. Come on, we're two free, independent adults.
Well, come on, not even a twinge. I'd be jealous if you were some other guy.
Oh, thanks. Great. Okay, great. I'm ready.
Okay, come on.
Good night, Sean.
I'll walk you to your car.
Well, looks like you're off work early.
Yes. Lisa's a wonderful boss. Too bad the only job you could get was juggling bedpans.
Right.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. By Christie Brothers. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.